All right, so we're now going to look at circles in the coordinate plane, which basically means equation to the circle. And we're not going to get too in depth. Your future math classes will do that quite extensively. But again, I showed you how the distance formula can be transformed into the equation of the circle. Because the distance is from the radius to the actual circle itself. Remember, all the points inside or outside of this circle right here are not the circle. The equation deals with all the infinite points that go around the circle. So it's just like swing this thing around. And it's r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k all squared. And we use h and k to represent the xy coordinates of the circle because these are constant. This does not move. These are my variables. These change. So let's go ahead and look at how we're going to apply this in our practice. So circle J with center J 3, -2, and the radius of 4. We just want to write the equation, and again, it's r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. And I'm not going to write this for you. I mean, it may be on your formula chart, but you can always go to conic graphs, and it's going to have the equation to the circle for you. Watch this. Boom, there it is right here. There's standard form, which we don't do in this course. And we have your regular HK form. All right. So we're going to plug in our center, H and K. There's H and there's K, and here's our R. That's all we do. I put in 4 right here, so that's going to be 16 is equal to x minus a positive 3, so that's x minus 3 squared, plus y minus a -2. So a negative times a negative is a positive, so y plus 2 squared. And we're done, ready to go on. Now, what we have here is we have a circle, all right, with a center of 2, -4. That goes to a -2, -1. Now, I couldn't write that with beans, but here's my center. We need the radius. What is the radius? That's just the distance formula. How far is my radius? So I've taught you in geometry. It's a little bit different than what I taught my algebra students. But it is basically delta x squared, okay, plus delta y squared. There we go. Oops, that goes on the inside. All right. So how far apart is my x's? My x goes from 2 to -2. That is 4 apart. I put a 4 right in here. So that's going to be 16. My y's look like they're 3 apart. -4 to -1 is 3 apart, so that's going to be 9. And so that gives me radical 25, which of course is 5. So my radius is 5. This is my center. Don't need this anymore because remember, we write our equation using variables. That x and that y have to stay x and y, or it doesn't give me the equation to every single point on here. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to take r squared, which is 25, okay, is equal to, oh, that's just terrible writing, but you can figure it out. X minus 2 squared, okay, plus y minus -4 is y plus 4 squared. I want to show you something in the calculator. I'm going to go ahead and hit execute here. It gives me my h, k, and r. Well, my h is 2. My r is -4. And my radius is 5, right? I'm going to go ahead and draw. It gives me the circle. Now I'd have to zoom or whatever, you know, V window, whatever. Zoom, I don't want in, out, boom. And right here. I'm not terrible. Oh, you get the idea. Moving on. Now we want to write the equation from the graph. All right? So all we need to write the equation of the circle is a center and a radius. Well, my center is right here. I would just look on the graph and figure it out. So my radius is 1, 2, 3. So r is equal to 3. Plug her in. So if I want to write it this way, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 4 squared is equal to 9. So that is one of our goals. For this week, our goal is just to get you used to the formula of the circle and how to derive the center, the radius if necessary, using the distance formula. Sometimes we can give you 2 points here. We can give you a point here and a point here that passes through the diameter. I missed a little bit. And you would have to use the midpoint to find the center use the distance point to find the radius. So we can up the work just a little bit. Well, we didn't do that this week. We just kept it fairly simple, straightforward, because you've been swamped with all your EOCs and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I haven't hardly seen my morning classes. Alrighty, so that is it for circles. I will upload all these to YouTube sometime today. It is Saturday, and hopefully you check these out before the quiz and the test.